All right, we're recording.
Okay.
All right, so we're doing the same scenario. Small blind versus button, 3-bet pots. Well, I guess technically we're playing both positions, alternating. All right, so this one, ace-3 deuce rainbow. What do you guys think?
Can you show the range again real quick?
Yeah. It's a
So we're
small
three
blind
betting with
range.
this one.
What's that?
We're three betting with this one, and then he calls us with.
So I kind of like the super small bet here again, the 15%, just
Nice.
because
Perfect.
you got the board kind of covered, and twos and threes are not really in his range. So you want some of those king high mid pair floats, I think.
I think we are betting
Twos and threes are in his range a little bit.
A little bit. Okay, yeah.
We just want to bet 33 again.
I think
Yeah, I think
33
it's
is
probably
good.
33. Could be 15. All right, I like 33. They call.
What turn do we
Queen.
get?
So full rainbow board with the queen. I think we just do the 1/3 here.
I want to check.
You want to check? See,
No, we
normally
just
right
got to
here,
get the
I would,
money in here. We got quite a good hand. I know we
Oh,
don't have
yeah, I
a
would usually
nuts, but
size up.
he has to call us with all his turned queens, especially since it's full rainbow. He has quite a lot of those, I would think.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's like
Yeah,
the
I usually
the
size
stack to
up.
pot's only one here, stack to pot ratio, so I don't think we size up.
Oh,
I'll check here.
it's kind of blurry. I couldn't see that.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, so just keep in mind, like on the flop, the stack to pot ratio is 100 to 191, so just under 2. So if we bet a third on flop, it sets up like 1-to-1 on the turn. See, I'm
Well,
pretty
I don't hate
sure we're just betting a third here.
So you're thinking a third. I don't hate jamming here if it's 1-to-1.
No, see, like I used to think like that, but just the solver like rarely does that.
Really?
Especially here, we don't have much to protect against, really.
No, you don't.
I mean, I guess he definitely turned some Broadway draws, which we're not blocking because our 10 is 10 of hearts. So he's not calling many hands on flop that have 10 of hearts in them.
See, I feel like, yeah, I feel like that's smart. Just because you're rarely getting called by worse. Like, I don't know. He's got some aces. He'll call you with that or worse.
Yeah,
I
bet
still
But
65.
prefer check.
No, I don't think so. On turn when we bet a 30, I think he has to call with every single queen.
I like the small bet. Small.
So I
was
mean,
55?
what's that?
It was 55?
Yeah, it likes the third of the pot on turn. And then
Yeah.
here the stack to pot is like a third. So I think we're just all in. Yep, we're all in. It calls with a queen. Watch. Oh, he rivered it straight. Wow, he calls. Oh, I guess on
Oh,
turn he has a gut shot. I'm like, how does he call with king 5 on turn?
How does he call on the turn? Indeed.
Well, I don't know. Perhaps we're betting some queens on the turn, so makes his king 5 like even better than just a pure gut shot. But let's take a look here. So mostly betting a third, a little bit of 15, betting range. So it does like generally betting 15 with some of our like super nut hands a little bit. So see, I'm like clicking back and forth between the bet 33 and bet 15.
So what is it balancing out that 15% with if it's betting the nut hands with it, the super nut hands, I wonder.
Well, just think the thing is a lot of combos are mixing it. Like see these kings, queens, jacks are pretty much even split of 33 and 15.
Yeah.
What it means is it wouldn't use it very often if it was either choosing between 33 or 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see, there's no point in using the 15% sizing if you're only using it with your nut hands, though, like your nutted flops, right?
Can you look at the
I
easy
hear you.
difference real quick between the two?
Look at the what?
What the solver really prefers.
Like EV wise?
Yeah, between 33 and 15 for this board, this range.
Well, we'd have to do it like we'd have to look at every combo.
Uh, the
Like
EV comparison for between 15 and 33.
it
We
doesn't.
can do that with the white stuff, no?
With the what?
When you press, I think it's a K combination. I know
Is it-
it's the arrow. Press the arrow.
oh,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Sorry. Yeah, I've done this before. Sorry, I didn't know why. I didn't think of it. Yeah, see, they're all like the exact same.
Okay, perfect. That's what I want to see.
Sorry, I forgot about that. And
Forgot,
yeah, and I mean,
but you're the one who showed me this.
right. And then like obviously, given that they're mixing, kind of means in theory that the EVs are pretty close.
Yeah.
And then in the end, it's just not really a huge thing to worry about. All right, so we bet a third. Folding. Let's see. So like I guess
Right.
some of the worst hands he's calling with that
I
don't
don't
have
want to
a.
call King 7 here.
I mean, it's mixed. Even the solver doesn't call it every time, so relax. And they do have backdoor flush draws, obviously. So yeah, the 5x and 4x are gut shots. 3 and deuce are both pairs. It's calling with like 8-6, 9-6 a little bit. Maybe because those turn a pair, they're rarely dominated. I guess makes some
Ugh,
sense. I mean,
ugh.
they could back into running 4 and 5 on turn and river and have straight to a 6.
Seems like he really prefers like the clubs a little bit.
Yeah, I guess maybe to not get overflushed.
About the 8-6, does it prefer clubs as well?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
does.
Hmm.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, the clubs are on board.
Oh, so it's because the ace is already out there, so it reduces the nut flush. So when we get our backdoor, it's cleaner.
Okay. All right, so we've got 33. They call. Turn was queen of hearts. So we're betting. Sorry, we're mixing the super small in the 1/3. I wonder what are we betting? I guess we're probably betting hearts quite a bit, since like that other hand, it's the rainbow on flop without a heart. So we want to bet
Yeah.
hearts on the turn.
Hearts looks good.
So yeah, see if I switch between like hearts and diamonds, a bunch of these heart combos that bet are not betting with diamonds, because it's having diamonds are blocking their folding range. And then kind of, same story with clubs and also spades. So I'm just going to kind of move around the grid here a little bit. So I like spending with all king fives, guess which makes sense. Blocks the nuts. Pretty sure they have 5-4 suited. Yeah, in position that's 5-4 suited, full frequency. So having a 5 is relevant. And also the king blocks their king queen. One of the hands that pretty sure is going to call turn and river. So betting with a lot of our best aces. Slow playing top set and top 2 a little bit. What else? What else? Yeah, so definitely favoring the hearts with a lot of our combos here. I guess like king 10, it doesn't care which suit really. King 10 off, that is. I wonder why it's checking nines more than like jacks and tens. I guess jacks and tens can just get called by worse pocket pairs more often.
Yeah, I think that's kind of the idea behind that.
Yeah. All right. So let's say we bet this third here. So yeah, like nines and eights and sevens are defending a little bit. Yeah, I mean, obviously calling with every single queen. See if there's any like unintuitive ones. Like the 7-5's holding on a little bit with its gut shot. Obviously quite marginally even in a solver
Okay, so
scenario.
basically he overfolds on the flop and then he underfolds on the turn.
Yeah, sorry, let me just. You said overfold flops, under folds turn.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's what he said.
Yeah, yep, because he should be folding 33% of his range to the 1/3.
And now you're on the folds.
Yep. What's our equity looking like? Yeah, we got pretty good equity out of position. All right, so call 4 spades, betting like half our range. Let's see what we're bluffing with here. Some of our worst high card hands, worst unpaired hands. And actually, at this point, it doesn't really care which suit in order to start bluffing these worse hands. So
Well,
like,
yeah, it doesn't matter.
yeah, so like our Jack 9, Jack 8, 10 9, 10 8, 9 8 are betting every suit pretty much. I guess some of these, so like our very bottom of range, like 9 8, 10 8, don't care about the suit, but the 10 9, Jack 9 care a little bit about the suit. But definitely still, they're going for it pure with the hearts for these. That's probably like, I think that's all the bluffs there. I mean that alone, you know, it's like 24 combos, and then these are all not full. We're not at full frequency on the river here. So like our worst value bet, yeah, we're not betting any queens. I guess we just have so many aces. Betting a queen isn't necessary.
So basically, like ace 10 and ace 9 is our worst value bet.
Yes, that looks like, because ace 5 is a straight, ace 4 is 2 pair, ace deuce is 2 pair, king 5 is a straight. Yes, so we're actually I guess trapping, balancing, whatever you want to call it, with ace king and ace queen. So let's say we did check what is
But
in position bluffing with. Sorry, you had a question?
it's a bit of a stretch, but I think since they probably are gonna overfold flop and overfold turn, I don't think in reality like we get to bet with these hands. But it's a stretch. I'm not sure.
Well, I thought we said they overfold flop and underfold turn, or are you just meaning like in a real game
Yeah, but
scenario?
yeah. On the solver does, but in reality, I don't think it's the case. That's what I'm saying.
So how does that change our river strategy?
I think we get to bet a little less because they overfold flop and overfold turn.
Less thin for
Yeah,
value, you mean?
yeah. And I think
Okay.
like these hands are gonna be exactly the hands that starts to bet less, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I
I
think
think we
like
have like so many two pairs or
yeah. I think not betting ace 10 and ace 9 seems okay as
yeah.
our like adjustment. Then I still would definitely bluff some, because I bet a lot of population is going to fold with a queen, where I bet the solvers. Solvers actually calling some queens. I was going to say I thought the solver would be calling a lot of queens and population would be folding a lot of queens, but it looks like even the solver is folding a lot of queens. I guess because they have a lot of 2 pairs, some straights, and still have quite a bit of aces themselves.
Yeah.
Kind of interesting how they're calling. Wait, so hold on. Do we say, are we betting any queens for value? No. Okay.
But when we look at the like in positions range composition, he still has a lot of aces that we do. So I think it's
Yeah.
betting it's levels is better.
Yep. So calling with every single ace, queen 5, queen 4, straight and 2 pair. These are all straights or sets. Yeah, I mean, these kings are making like really small amount of money. Queens is a set.
Back in a second.
Okay.
I'm listening. I'm still here.
Okay.
Got
So
quiet a
yes,
second. Got caught up in a hand.
no worries. I'm just curious why he likes calling kings a little bit more than king queen off. I mean, it's very close. Because
Why it's calling kings?
kings instead of king queen. Because ideally you want to have a queen to be blocking the other person's like two pairs, and because
Yeah.
we're also not value betting with any queens ourselves. So like the fact that he beats a queen is kind of irrelevant. I guess he does block he blocks our ace kings, but our ace kings are checking a fair amount. But I guess it's still relevant to be blocking it when we do decide about it.
So this is facing what sizing?
It's all in for like a third of the pot.
Okay, so all in for like a third. And we're on the turn, or
We're
is
on the
this the river?
river. We got ace three deuce, queen four.
Okay, I see now. I'm still learning how to read the PIO layout.
Yeah, no worries.
Alright, so 3-bet, bet, John. Let's go.
So I don't know, man. I'm probably in practice. That's such a gross board. I'm probably folding kings a lot of the time.
Yeah. I mean, it's
But
making one chip of EV out of 400 chips. So if the other person's under bluffing even like the tiniest amount, then it's just an easy fold.
Well, I think the fact that it's such a scary board that there is a lot of hands out there like that are just it's going to open up a lot of bluffs. And I mean, so it basically just acts as a bluff catcher at that point, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
And
And I just want to check one thing real quick. I'm curious if we check the river, what they're bluffing with. So, this king jack, king 10 against block our best aces.
I think it's going to be a lot of your face cards.
Jack 10. These queens are pairs. See, I guess it's really not bluffing a ton. They just because it has a lot of value and some of the value is a little bit thin. Like
Well, that's what I'm
ace
saying.
9,
Like,
ace 10.
what is the bluff? Where are the bluffs really coming from? It's just going to be like with face cards.
Yeah, so it's
That
like king jack off, king jack suited, king 10 off, king 10 suited, jack 10 off, jack 10 suited.
I think it's
That's
going to come from like the turn. So like a lot of the hands that make a gut shot on the turn.
Yep.
That whiff, those are going to be like where your bluffs are coming from.
Yep, I think you're exactly right. So I can actually figure that out a little bit easier here. So in the range explorer, clicked on the bet option. So obviously the made hands make sense, but then in terms of bluffs, also I guess I want to see the ratio of made hands to bluffs. So
I imagine it would have to be like 70% value.
yeah, it's 80% value.
Yeah, there you go. 80% value, 20% bluffs. Just because like
Yeah, because it's only 1/3 pot.
yeah, that.
Yeah, I guess so. When you're betting such a small amount of the pot, you don't have to bluff that much.
I guess what would make me curious also if it bricked out a different river card. Like I think a lot of these bluffs come in because it hit a 4. Like if it, I don't know, let's say it paired the 3 or something, how that would look.
Yep. So again, I'm looking at from saying we check the river and now it's on in position. So like say on a 3, it actually lets him bet kings because actually I wonder why it bets kings. I guess less 2 pairs. I was gonna say some 2 pairs with the queen gets counter, but that would just be queen deuce, which neither of us have. I mean,
Yeah.
regardless, it's a pretty similar strategy. Like I can actually, when I click this button here, it's flicking between the two, and I'm just trying to see what the difference is.
Right. So it's betting more aces, more suited aces. It's betting your kings. I think that's the only big difference right there is
I noticed
betting.
that these turned from bets to checks. Whoops, sorry, I'm clicking the wrong thing. I guess, are these bluffs on the end? I think these might be, if it like looking at
Yeah,
the,
your
we were
eights and
looking at
sevens.
before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think they are bluffs 'cause we're folding some queens. That's interesting. Hold on one
Yeah, I
second.
wonder what the logic with flipping those is, why it's deciding to do that. I think the aces make sense because you're trying to fold out other aces, like other ace eights, other ace nines. I do this all the time. So it's like, since there's a queen out there, it's going to counterfeit all of the other smaller aces. So you can bluff with your more marginal aces because you're going to be chopping the majority of the time. And I think a portion of that you're going to get folds where you can just outright win the pot. That would be a chop. You know, does that make sense? You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if I misunderstood you, but I'm not sure it makes sense. Are you saying the weak aces are bluffs? I
Right.
don't
No,
think
no, no,
that's
no,
the
no.
case.
No, 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 no. Okay, so when the board pairs at the end,
Mm.
I think it's incentivizing a lot of the weaker aces to bet to scoop the pot because in
Oh,
the situation,
because we chop, we have aces and threes with the queen kicker.
right.
Okay,
So
okay.
instead of you're gonna win the pot a portion of the time versus like I don't know, an ace five, for instance, or an ace six that incorrectly folds.
Yeah. So then I guess
Now,
just to go back to this, when there's so I think the thing is when there's, when we're looking at the board we had it before, I
yeah,
think it
yeah.
bluffs with eights and sevens because, opposed to the three. So look at the four instead of the board pair three, because we have a lot more value, I think, on here. Like all our 5x are straights. Like, we have queen five, we have queen four on the river. So I think we have more value hands on the four opposed to the three. So we need more bluffs to balance it.
Okay. Yeah, that makes
It seems
sense.
seems reasonable. All right, we can move on to the next one. All right, so now we're in position. We're facing a super small bet, but we just have nothing here. It wants us to call. Wow.
It wants
Just
you to float that.
just barely.
Well, I guess
I mean,
I don't know.
he's betting range, and our king high is good against some of his range.
Well, that and it's a super polarized flop, right? So if he's range betting and you call and then he's just going to completely shut down on his air at that point because the board's so scary.
Yes, some of it. So let's say if we call and it's like deuce of hearts. Yeah, he is checking quite a bit. Let's look at the hotness to see which type of cards he keeps going. So out of position does barrel on spades quite a bit.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, it's going to complete the flush.
Then also I think we're floating so wide in position, we have to fold a ton of hands on the turn when the fourth spade comes in.
Yeah, of course.
So spending aces quite a bit, and then aces, kings, so really ace, king, spade, and then every other card's checked a good amount, besides like a 9, I guess. All right, let's go to the next one. All right, it's actually the same board we had that first hand, but anyway.
I'm back and ordered coffee.
All right.
Ordered at the waitress.
Ordered at the what?
The waitress.
The
I'm just
waitress.
no, I'm kidding.
So this is just about third.
All right, I'm going to mute for a bit. I'm getting a phone call I got to take.
All right. All right, Louis, it's on you now.
Yeah.
So bet super small. Suppose we just call, right? No reason to do anything else. You agree?
I think I want to raise sometimes, but I'm not sure. But it's at least a call.
So it's calling 98% of the time. So here, I think we just check just because we're just good a lot of the time. Don't have diamonds, obviously.
Yeah.
All right, again, check's almost pure there. Got the nuts now. I mean, when we got the straight nuts, I think we want to bet big. Just a question of how big. I really don't know.
I think
I
we wanna
mean,
bet small, because if you think about this range, he bets the flop, then he shuts down, feels like it's a 10. So if we try to get called by a 10, it's gonna be small.
I don't think a 10 is going to call even versus small bet. I could be wrong. It's because he has a lot of kings and queens. So I think kind of when he bets super small flop, checks turn, and also checks river, he's capping himself pretty big. So I think sometimes in these spots we want to bet really big to attack him being pretty capped. So I mean, we'll try 86 into 130. I know I'd like to overbet jam, just barely. Yeah, because like we unblock all the pairs too, which is good for us. Yeah, he had king 10. So yeah, let's see. Let's just go through this hand real quick. Bet 15 call, the 4 check. See, like even ace jack of diamonds, we're not betting on the turn. I think just because the high card equity is so good. Betting like almost all of our queens on turn seems fine. Yeah, needs protection from king and an ace. Kind of bluffing with some like bottom of range unpaired hands. Not sure why 7-5 is not really betting. Actually, I think it's betting 7-5 of hearts a little bit. Guess it wants to protect the little bit of equity it has a gut shot. And a 7 and a 5 might be live. Yeah, I guess it's less likely like a 9 is live compared to a 7. All right, seems fine. So check. River's king of clubs. So yeah, see, even he's actually yeah, I guess we check
Mostly
the
using his
turn.
hand.
I mean, I cap myself too on turn, by checking back.
Mhm.
So yeah, he's mostly doing the all in for slightly over pot. This
And
is
wow,
gonna,
look at him, ace 7, ace 6, ace 5.
yeah, blocking the ace jack. Because I mean, yeah, you were like I said on turn, we're checking back every ace jack, so he wants us to not have that or wants to block that. He's bluffing with some jack X. He's actually checking jack 9. It's kind of interesting. Uh, bluffing like jack 8 for the big size. Queens is a set. Yeah, his worst unpaired aces are blasting away. Ace 4 is a pair. Then these are either pairs or straights, these best ones. So yes, let's say he checks again to us. So we're going all in a little bit, or kind of a decent amount less often than he was. See, he was going all in 22% of the time. We are just 15. So let's see which hands want to do it. So kind of similar to his range, like this ace deuce wants to go big all the time. Let's see what else. Even like king 5. I mean, it's top pair. I wonder why like king 5 bets really big a lot, but like king 6 doesn't. Like I get that like king jack makes him harder to have like a queen jack to call us, so we bet small. Well, I guess these are actually different frequencies, so that changes it.
Is there a difference in the suit in the king 5?
Yeah, I think there was. Yeah, likes doing it with hearts the best. I wonder why. Well, I get that the hearts don't block.
Never with spades.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to worry too much about it.
Okay.
Would be nice to know, but
So good.
it's a little out of my pay grade at the moment. Maybe someday. I don't know. We have a little bit of time left. I'm gonna try to figure out why the king five of hearts bet's so big. So we bet really small with range. We call it's 4 of diamonds, check, check. So yeah, so I guess like on turn, he shouldn't be betting any of his hearts. So I guess he gets to river with a lot of heart combos. So I guess that means it's just less likely we're beat when we have hearts. Maybe.
Yeah, but what about diamonds?
Also, I guess we gotta keep in mind like the weights that, I mean, both of these get here at like almost 0 weight. So it's probably not even worth our time to be looking into this.
Okay, perfect.
Like I had turned off the square size proportional and I turned it back on. I mean, like king five of diamonds is just pure for value. So yeah, I mean, he's calling us quite wide on the end. Like Jack 10, Queen 10, or Queen 10's 2 pair. Jack 10 is just a single pair. Guess it, blocks the straights. Guess it makes him fold some king 6 actually. Might be why. See, he actually folds king 6. We'll do the kick. Yeah, and the kickers do play. Could be king, king, queen 10, 6. So that's pretty cool. I think I'm just going to end this one now and we'll do one more 40 minutes. Does that sound good?
It's up to you, man.
Yeah, I'm back.
What's up? I was just saying I'm going to, we just have 5
Okay.
minutes left, so I'm just going to do one last 40-minute session if you're down.
Great. Thanks a lot for your time, man.
Yeah, so I'll send you an invite in just a minute.
All right, thanks.
All right, see you then.